for you in Emergence, of you in Emergence, maybe called the School of Innovation. And I'd like to say that the founder of Inbound came to our first gathering with Don Beck, where we needed to come together for a community as we're doing now. And he had offered hospitality in 5.5 years ever since, having our bi-monthly in part of Europe, as they say. Close to us, the outskirts. It gets very crowded in Amsterdam. I'll skip it. So, in 2005, if you can kind of remember back, and to see a cheeky way, we as Dutch people viewed ourselves. We happy place where everybody could just absorb anything. And first we've been for time with discontent. And then through these two murders, we were really at this pivotal place. And at some point of the 8th how many medals you win in lots of fields, you are very, and what might just happen as an effect of these murders, this upheaval, you could just, fall into us and go for breakthrough. And so Peter Mary founded the Center for Humanity right away. And we always come together and do things that are only they go wayward. So I would ask you to them not the purpose of the sessions. Is to be a catalyzer and to get there we practice. We practice full presence and adequacy. We open our hearts to the voice of the whole. We pay attention to the evolution. So, I want to say a little bit about our organization and then go to our latest, most exciting, most edgy thing we're doing. And we were playing at being a foundation. We did not do away. It was only after we got into our foundation still with time work, and lots of the volunteer work happens in the village there of the company along with the person. And we are governed by Holacti, which is basically like much better. I'll be very brief, but we have 25 students, people who take responsibility to make a role. Of course, there's a bit more organization than just having people do whatever they are called to do in service of the purpose. But I will go into that. Being an emergent organization or an organization that serves the emerging paradigm, we couldn't. Our latest thing with this. We think we're in the yellow turquoise is what is needed if we have all of us in this world have many common problems. We can only solve it by coming together. If we continue to everybody else, and it's part of that, we just continue to everybody. Pattern will show, and then also the new world will show as these old paradigms are kind of going into being obsolete. Here is this new world where let's look, can we piece together by saying what piece of the puzzle it together. And at some point before the summer last year, we all got like, this is never going to work. We're never going to piece this puzzle together. And some of us were all saying there's too many emails, life is too busy, we need Facebook toys. Through mysterious systems of intuition, theory, and people being together, want to move into the unknown all the time, we came to this turquoise research where we're actually researching what is this emergent paradigm? What is it when you live from prior unity? When that is the given, then how do we organize? How will we get energy if we're not going to get it through taking and exploiting and corrupting anything and everything at the same time? How are we going to do that? So we have 3 research contexts. One is our organization. do we see sparks of turquoise in our own organization? What do they look like? And we aspire to more. One is, we went again to COP16 in a different way, really going there, seeing do we feel or see or register or experience turquoise in that area? And I myself am part of a working group, ether technology, which is, in my sense, about us humans knowing our Earth, also taking our place in the cosmos, and collaborating with all kinds of life forms out there that do not have bodies like ours. And can we come to a vibration that we can add to the etheric elements, and if we add to their life experience, they in turn give energy. That at least is what Rudolf Steiner saw. So I'm in this working group with all these anthroposophical people, of course in anthroposophy. And 1 minute. And taking and adding to them what we have learned is to have a process which is very much based in the integral framework. Not to look at the lower right quadrant, not to look too much at the technology, but what inner state do we need to have in order to be able to be receptive? And how is it between us that we can be contacted by other beings and receive things that we don't know yet? So we are hoping to come out with some results before the summer, and also this is an experiment that will hopefully lead to models and ways of working with others, with other organizations in the consultancy that we will put in Synervation and the School of Synervation. And I have some brochures on the School of Synervation, which also is linked to the trainings that Anouk and Barrett give. They're quite expensive, so I'm asking you to take them only if you're really interested or if you really have a place to distribute them.
Brochures.
Brochures.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You talked about the CIA's cutting edge research, and you said that you hope to find some results before the summer. Could you maybe kind of explain what are you looking for? What would a result look like in this area?
Well, one result is, like Barrett said, you need a framework in order to describe what you're doing. So we're using the integral framework. And one result would be, can you look at it, or does it really not work? Is there a new theory to describe that? And another result is, if you look at it through that, what do you see? And how, for the technology group, in the 4 quadrants, how does that work for us to get a glimpse of finding energy that we as humans need, and not take, and base our economy on a taking and exploitative model.
Okay.
So I think if we're a bit further, we'd love to compare notes with Barrett and see, what has he found? What are we finding? Is it similar? Are we just framing it differently? So I think we'll mention that